Hey guys, Rob here with McDojoLife. In today's McDojo news, we're going to talk about how a Central Florida martial arts instructor was recently caught having sex with a teenage student. And unfortunately, I know who this person is personally. Let's check out the story. A Deltona man, the former co-owner of All-American Karate School in Orange City, was arrested Thursday on accusations he had sex with a 17-year-old martial arts student, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office said. Jason Muma, age 55, was charged with unlawful sexual activity with a minor by the Sheriff's Office. Orange City Police charged Muma with sexual battery, engaging in sexual conduct with a person 12 to 18 years of age by a person in familial or custodial authority. He was being held Friday in the Volusia County Branch Jail without bail. Volusia County deputies said the crimes began in 2022 at the karate studio and also occurred at Muma's home. Deputies say the incidents were reported to the police in DeLand in Orange City in December of 2023, and VSO was later notified after another incident was reported in Deltona. The student began training at All-American Karate Studio when she was 13, but deputies say their relationship didn't start until she was 17 years old. Muma, who used to be a co-owner of the studio, allegedly declared his love to the teen back in June of 2022 after a private karate lesson. Within 24 hours, his arrest affidavit states the relationship became, quote, physical. From there, things would continue to escalate. Deputies say the pair would frequently make out in between classes, continuing until around July of 2022, at which time they engaged in sexual intercourse at his residence. The victim also shared that, quote, Jason had recorded the pair engaging in sexual activities several times, according to the affidavit. Muma is being charged by the VSO with unlawful sexual activity with a minor. He is also being charged by the Orange City Police Department for sexual battery of a minor by a person in a position of authority. Records show Muma is being held in Volusia County Jail on no bond. News stations reached out to All-American Karate by phone for a statement, but were unable to reach a representative. In a Facebook post, the current owner of All-American Karate said Jason Muma has zero affiliation with the studio. He was removed from the premises December of 2023 when they found out what happened. Their full Facebook statement says, "Good morning, everyone. My name is Sunshine. Most of you know I am the owner and instructor of All-American Karate here in Orange City. I want to make a statement to let everyone know that when the initial incident occurred in December of 2023, Jason was removed from the premises completely. In March of 2024, he was allowed one supervised visit to obtain his personal belongings. It was a Saturday. He has not returned to the premises after that." Jason has zero affiliation with All-American Karate. All-American Karate has 100% cooperated with the investigation and have given information to the best of our ability to the appropriate law enforcement. We have had zero contact with Jason since December of 2023. If anyone has any questions, please direct them to myself or Detective Bartzer with VCPD. The Sheriff's Office said no additional victims have been identified at this time, but anyone with information about other potential cases is asked to contact Detective Melissa Bartzer at mbartzer@volusiasheriff.gov or call the Sheriff's Office Investigative Services at 386-254-1537. Let's unpack that. So Jason Muma, a 55-year-old martial arts instructor, was apparently grooming a 13-year-old student until she became 17, at which time they engaged in sexual activity. Because he was a person of authority in her life, that made it completely illegal. This apparently was found out by the martial arts studio, and then somewhere in there, we don't know who exactly, hopefully the martial arts studio themselves, turned him in by giving information to the police, in which an investigation ensued. And then, of course, they were able to find text messages to back up and prove that this is something that he did, along with the fact that he recorded it, which I'm sure that they probably have that as well. This is a shitty part about this job. Unfortunately, this is someone I have known since I was a young teenager. So I've been doing martial arts tournaments up and down the East Coast since I was a teenager. Like, I did my first martial arts tournament when I was 12, a month after I started martial arts. And then over time, got more involved in martial arts tournaments in the Florida area, but also national and international tournaments. Jason Muma was there at most of those tournaments. He was also somebody who was around and at times would even help coach. If you've done sport martial arts tournaments here in Florida, you probably have heard of Jason Muma, and I never thought I'd do a story about this guy. And when you spend a lot of time in martial arts tournaments, you wind up becoming friendly with people in the tournament scene, and he was somebody that, at the time at least, I would consider a friend. But now that's done. He's been caught dead to rights grooming a teenage girl. And as much as it sucks to have to do a story about somebody that you personally know, it's unfortunately something I still have to do. And even though this is someone at one time I would consider a friend, I hope that he is prosecuted within the full extent of the law. This brings us to the question of the day, brought to you by Academy Safe. I'm the vice president of Academy Safe, and we are trying hard to get better checks and balances inside martial arts studios, background checks, CPR first aid certification, safe sport accreditation, concussion training, defibrillators on site, cameras on site. None of this is required by martial arts studios today. And even though they're not required, maybe they should be. And we're trying hard to make sure that martial arts studios hold a higher standard so that way we can keep not only instructors safe, but students safe as well. The question I have for you today is, have you ever known someone personally who has committed a heinous act that you had to separate yourself from that person permanently? I unfortunately, with this job, have had to do that way too many times, and it sucks ass, but it's a necessary thing. So I am just curious what you guys have to say about that. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, memberships. As a reminder, most of these stories about child abuse, they get completely demonetized, so I do them for free 9 times out of 10. So the people who are actually members of our page here, not just subscribers, but paying members, your donations actually allow us to be able to continue to do these stories. So I appreciate you. As always, keep the martial arts legit.
Things just haven't been the same. Living strange since my baby joined that dojo. Joined a McDojo. Now she tries to